Good day. I'm at my daughter's house right now, visiting for a few days and staging for my hike. I'll be here for almost 2 weeks and then heading down to Southern California to start my hike. My daughter has agreed to be my equipment manager. While I'm hiking, there will be various times where for instance, getting into the Sierra Nevada mountains where I'll need some additional equipment, different equipment than I'm carrying with me for other parts of the trail. So she will be shipping what I need to me. Also, if I have anything in my pack that I decide along the way that I'm not going to need any longer, I'm not using it, or it was not necessary, then I'll ship that back to her for storage until I get done. So this is the beginning, this video is the beginning of a series of gear videos. Not quite the standard gear videos that other vloggers have done where they go very quickly through their gear. My audience is primarily, at least to start, is primarily friends and family that are not familiar with backpacking in detail. So I'll be spending a little bit of time not just showing my gear, but explaining sometimes what it's for, why I have it, how I chose it. So if you are an experienced backpacker, this will be probably a little bit tedious. Feel free to skip ahead. I will be starting my trail videos they'll be getting onto YouTube in early April, first week of April. There'll be some delay from when I get started while I take the videos and edit them and then get them uploaded to YouTube. All right, so this is the pack, top to bottom, shoulder straps. So this is the side of the pack that goes against my back. There's a hip belt here, clips on. You pull the straps very tight so that you're carrying the bulk of the weight on your waist rather than on your shoulders. Your waist is much stronger than your shoulders and does not complain about the weight like your shoulders do. So first thing we have here, there's a water bottle and a bottle holster. So Smart Water bottle, that's just a convenient brand of disposable water bottle. It's a bit tougher than the typical bulk water bottles that you buy at the store. So this one should last me quite a number of miles. It has a flip top, so it's easy to get to the water. I have had in prior hikes in the past an small issue with dehydration. I don't tend to drink enough when the water is in the side pouch. We'll take a look at that in a second. So this bottle will help me have water easily accessible, and the goal is to drink sufficiently during the hike so that I do not get dehydrated. A handful of small carabiners. They're very lightweight. I don't typically use them. That's more of a safety just in case feature. A lot of hikers will tell you that if you're not using it, if you don't have a plan for it, don't carry it. So I'll keep an eye on that. I will start with them. If I don't use them in the first few weeks, then that's probably something that some or all of them will get shipped home. Down on the hip belt, there are pouches, one pouch on either side. Right now this one is empty. When I'm hiking, I reserve one of my hip belt pouches for snacks, food. I'll have a number of protein bars, energy bars in there, probably some nuts and maybe some dried fruit, whatever is meant to be consumed before my next stop. My other pouch has a variety of items that are useful in the moment. So first off, I have a pair of sunglasses. They're UVA, UVB, and polarized, so they work well in the sun to protect my eyes. When I'm in the snow, it will be particularly important to have sunglasses on to keep from getting snow blind. Earbuds with a microphone. I had talked about these in an earlier video, not for listening to music, but for doing YouTube videos. If the wind is blowing, then I'll try and use these and cover up the microphone enough. Hopefully that will make the audio work reasonably. Starting out in here, I have some SPF 70 skin lotion. So this will help keep me from getting burnt. I don't often burn out in the sun, but I'm going to be in the sun for many hours all day, so I need to make sure that I don't burn. Hopefully this is the only bottle that I'll need, that by the time that runs out, I'll have enough of a tan that I won't have to worry about it. Chapstick, protect my lips, and a small Leatherman. This is a Leatherman Micra, I believe it is. So it has a scissors, a nail file, screwdrivers, flat ends that work as screwdrivers. It has a bottle opener, a knife. So I carry this tool almost every day with me, even in real life, and it gets a lot of use. It's very handy. It is metal, so it's sturdy, but it's not terribly heavy, so that works really well for backpacking. Okay, we'll come around to the side. There's one pocket on each side of the pack. It's sort of available when you're hiking. You can reach back and kind of grab some things. It's not real convenient, so I often keep in here things that I don't need very often, but are useful if I'm going to stop. So on both sides, I have this large water bladder and a smaller water bladder. So the large one is 2 liters, the small one is 1 liter. My convention is the blue one is for what we call dirty water. It's not water that's actually dirty. It's not like mud or something, but it's water that has not been filtered. So any water that you pick up, that you grab out of a stream or a river or a cow trough, sometimes you'll see a lot of that along the trail, the different places that we gather water. But until the water is filtered, it goes in this blue bladder and is considered not safe to drink. This clear one, smaller one, that's what I will filter the dirty water into. Once it's filtered, the bacteria and other impurities are removed from the water, so it becomes drinkable. It does not necessarily taste good. That's going to determine or be determined by the source of the water. Running streams, creeks are ideal. They often taste very good, but sometimes when you need to get water, you'll be taking it out of some pretty disgusting sources and filtering it. It still tastes bad, but it's water. I will have a number of water flavors with me, most of them electrolytes, so I can try and mask some of that. But when you need to drink, you need to drink. So same 2 water bladders on the other side of the pack. So 3 liters per side. I have a total of 6 liters of carrying capacity in these bags. And then with the water bottle on the front, that's 3/4 of a liter. I have almost 7 liters of water carrying capacity. That should be enough. We'll see. On this side, I just have one of these. It's a another water container or liquid container. This one is opaque, can't see through it. I'm going to be using that. I'll bring that into my tent at night. So if in the middle of the night I have to urinate, rather than getting dressed, getting shoes on, getting warm clothes on, heading out of the tent, trying not to trip on the tent stakes and so on, I'll just use this bottle and then empty it in the woods in the morning. Rounding out the gear on the outside of my pack, this is my InReach mini satellite communicator. While I'm hiking, it will ping out my location approximately every 10 minutes. My family will be able to see where I am in almost real time on a map. It also, and maybe primarily, has this nice big SOS button. Should I ever feel unsafe, if I'm injured or feel that my life or health is in danger, I can push that SOS button and be connected messaging with local search and rescue. And they would also have my exact location, so should I need a rescue, that's how I'll get good things happening. Here I have another new piece of gear for me is a thermometer. I'll use that to help make clothing choices, at least in the morning, potentially during the day if I'm feeling chilly or hot, to help validate what it feels like. We'll see if that's something that is useful long-term for me or not. If I'm using it, I'll keep it. If I'm not really having it help me, then I'll send it back and save the weight. The last piece of gear that will be strapped onto my pack is this ice axe. This is a safety piece of equipment. It's not a true mountaineering ice axe. It's an ultralight axe that is useful for self-arrest and as stability when walking on steep snow or ice terrain. When I'm walking, you jam the long end into the snow or the ice and then take a few steps and then move the axe ahead, so it helps keep you stable and help prevent you from falling. It does have this strap on it, so I'll hook that on my wrist when I'm using it so that I don't accidentally drop it off the side of a mountain. Should I slip and fall and am sliding uncontrollably down an ice chute or a snowy field, you roll yourself over onto your belly, grab the axe tightly with both hands, and jam that sharp end into the snow and ice, and that will help slow you down, ideally before you run into a tree or a boulder. Stop yourself, stop your downward motion, and then you can get your feet under you and start progressing back to the trail. So that'll be strapped on my pack when I'm not using it. When it's time to cross a dangerous snowy or icy area, unstrap it from the pack, take the protective plastic off it, the rubber pieces, and put my trekking poles away, and off I go. Hopefully I never need to self-arrest, but it's, as with a lot of safety gear, when you need it, you really need it.